Hello everybody, this is Random Entertainment here in H3VR, or Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. Only the best firearm experience VR has to offer. So I'm going to be using this this game a lot, especially in upcoming videos, because if you don't know, I'm a bit of a firearm nerd, so this definitely offers a lot of possibilities for me to be creative with that and to hopefully show you guys some interesting things, especially firearm related. This video is a bit of an introduction into that. Just going to go over some basics, hopefully clear up some misconceptions, use some basic terms, explain all that stuff, so I don't have to explain basic stuff in upcoming videos. There will be things I gloss over that pertain to specific firearms, specific weapon systems, and all that I will cover in respective videos. Right now we're going to go over basic stuff, starting with different weapon systems, classifications that people get confused often. Like, for instance, here we have a basic M14 magazine. These are called magazines. Do not get that confused. It really triggers people a lot. Now, this is actually, there's two terms people often use for it. Designated marksman rifle, or DMR, also commonly referred to as a battle rifle. Battle rifles often refer to longer guns, usually semi-automatic, large caliber. Yeah. Of course, we have good old-fashioned lever actions, which, as the name implies, you cock a lever to load the next round. Now, this is a very big misconception a lot of people get wrong very easily. Assault rifles. And yes, assault rifle is a real term, not like assault weapon. Assault rifles refer to large rifles in rifle calibers, like 7.62 or 5.56, that have the ability to switch between semi-automatic and fully automatic, or sometimes even 3-round burst. Of course, AKs and M4s are a very classic example of this. As you can see, full auto, and then semi-automatic. You can switch between the two. That's what makes this an assault rifle. Shotguns, double barrel, because it has the two barrels, self-explanatory, is break action, as you can see. Flips open, flip it back closed. That's what makes it a break action. It breaks open, you load it, flip it back closed. Another thing people get confused with is carbines, or carbines, however you want to say it. Now, carbines are very similar to assault rifles. Can switch between semi-auto and full auto. Now, what makes an assault rifle different from a carbine? Carbines are usually a lot more compact. Sometimes they're in smaller calibers, and a lot of times they, kind of like DMRs or battle rifles, are kind of only semi-automatic. Give me a second here. There we go. Yeah. So, usually, carbines, kind of think of it as like a civilian version of an assault rifle. It's not 100% correct, but again, I'm not an expert. I just study a lot of the stuff in my free time. Like I said, I'm a nerd about this stuff. So, but don't take my word as gospel. You know, do your own research and stuff. Now, excuse me. Handguns. Start with revolvers. So, single action. Now, what makes a revolver single action, like this one, is if I pull the trigger, you can see that I'm pulling the trigger, it's not going off. That's because I have to cock the hammer back, then fire. Now, if I pull the trigger again, it still doesn't fire. Single action. You have to pull the hammer back every time. Unlike double action, which you see here, every time I pull the trigger it fires, which double action revolvers also can be fired in single action, but it's not required. These are also called, I believe the term is side swing. So this, you see the cylinder goes out to the side, compared to revolvers like this, which are top break. The top breaks open. Handguns are self-explanatory. Do not call them pistols. That is a video game term. They're called handguns because it's a gun that's designed to fit in your hand, in one hand, typically. Usually, rack the slide, and that is the term. This is the slide, and when you pull it back, that is called racking the slide. Safety, flip that off, pull the trigger, fires. Every time you pull the trigger, it fires. A lot of handguns, or a lot of modern handguns, now you can see that I fired the last round. The slide is locked back. That is a modern feature on a lot of handguns, even certain other guns, to show you that, hey, the gun's empty. So that is another feature that will come up quite often. Submachine guns, or if you prefer the acronym, SMGs. Now, what makes a submachine gun is it's sub-caliber. Usually it's a smaller automatic weapon that is chambered in like pistol caliber, like an Uzi is in 9x9mm, which is the same as like a Glock, a handgun. So that's what makes this a submachine gun instead of like an assault rifle. Now, they're not always automatic, but more often than not they are. Of course, rifles, most sniper rifles are bolt action. Now, bolt action is self-explanatory. Every time you want to fire, see, I'm pulling the trigger, nothing happens. You have to rack the bolt. And that is the term racking. Anytime you're operating a bolt or a slide, you're moving it back and forth manually. The term for that is racking. Same with like a charging handle on an M4. You're racking the charging handle. So, grenade launchers, you can see here, it's a launcher, takes grenades, self-explanatory. Rocket launchers, they shoot rockets. I mean, I don't know what more you want from me on that front. Like AT4, rocket launcher. Usually, they are kind of used as anti-tank weapons. Grenade launchers usually serve more anti-personnel roles. I'm having a really hard time with this. Okay, there we go. Now, machine guns, or typically light machine guns, as they're commonly referred, or LMGs, commonly take box or drum magazines. This is an M249. This is still in service today, very common. As you can see, the box attaches to the bottom. You flip this up. I'm blanking on what the term for this is, but you get the picture. You pull the belt from the box, slap it here. You then, if I can grab it, slap this down, bolts here, pull that back. You've just chambered around, and then, yeah, 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, they are fully automatic, because it's kind of the point of a machine gun. They're designed as squad support weapons. Bipods are a common feature, used for basically holding down an area. If you got a large group of people, just 100 rounds, spray it at them, problem solved. So, self-explanatory for that. I forgot to grab one. Anti-material rifles are another common sniper rifle or marksman rifle. Usually what makes an anti-material rifle is the caliber. Usually they're higher calibers, like 408. Most common one is 50 BMG, I'm blanking on the name, the Barrett 50 cal. That's usually not usually, that is an anti-material rifle. There is also, as far as machine guns, there is HMGs, which is heavy machine guns. Usually those are like the 50 caliber Browning. Usually those are mounted on vehicles or aircraft, because they fire, similar to anti-material rifles, they fire massive cartridges. So because of all the recoil, you kind of need to have them mounted on like a vehicle or at least a bipod or something. Because, like a minigun, you can't fire that with just your hands. It's just not humanly possible. So hopefully that clears up some basics. Future videos we will be going into specifics, showing off some neat firearms that this game has to offer. Even some modded ones. Might show off some more sci-fi-esque ones. Some weapons from video games and such. Maybe even movies. But this is just a general overview. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Don't forget bell notification if you are subscribed and you want to be notified about new videos coming out, because, you know, YouTube did that thing. So yeah, keep it chill, and I'll see you in the next recording.